Help me know you are near. Hello, welcome to Be the Light Forum. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, because it's gonna be there, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Silverlane. I'm your sister Silverlane. If you're returning to our channel, welcome back. Today, by the way, in this channel, I build up our community in three different ways: spiritually, financially, physically. So this is one of the financial ones, one of the financial topics. So today, I'm going to be talking about something that I feel very excited about. It's I'm actually going to be sharing 9 money saving tips. Okay, guys, today I'm going to be sharing 9 money saving tips. This is for you, even if you are dealing with a low income. Most of us who are going to be watching this, we either belong to, we are in the middle class, or we are a little down there struggling. So even if you are, you know, struggling with a low income, these tips are for you. This tip will help you because, the thing is, a habit is a habit. It doesn't change just because you make more money. So while you're still making not as much money, as you would like, whatever habit you develop at that stage is going to be the same habit that will carry on when you make more money. So it's very important that you already are developing, good money habits, while you're not where you desire to be yet. So it's important that you're developing, good money habits at that stage, because you're just gonna carry those same habits, when you make more money. So I'm gonna jump right into it. And if you see me looking down, I have notes up because I want to make sure I am really hitting on the things that I want you to hear. So I said I'm going to be talking about 9 money saving tips, okay? How you can save money even with a low income. So money saving tip number 1 is you need to know your income. You need to know what you're earning and what your expenses are. I want to get this right off the bat and kind of get it out of the way, so that if just in case you don't watch the rest of, like, don't watch this video till the end, at least you take this one, because it's that important. So this is about you budgeting, however you call it, whether you call it budgeting or you call it uh, an expense, or a money a spending plan, or people can call it, you can call it whatever. Whether you call it a spending plan or it's budgeting, I call it budgeting. That means that whatever you make, whether you are employed, you have a business, a small business, you need to have a record of all what is coming in, or what your income are. And you need to have a record of all the expenses or the expenditures that you make. That is the only way. If you have all of that laid out, that is the only way you'll be able to know, okay, I have this much coming in, and I have this much of bills and whatever that needs to go out. What is left? Do I have any excess after, deducting all my expenses from this entire income? Do I have anything left? So in the course of doing that, that's the only way you will know how much you have left, or how much you can afford, which you can then put, aside as a saving somewhere. So you need to budget. You need to budget, or you have a spending plan that you lay out. You record what your monthly income is versus your total monthly expenses. If you do that, you'll be able to figure, the excess that you have. then you'll be able to save that amount. And you can put it aside wherever you want to put, if you have a savings account. Some people, it can work for them to actually just withdraw that amount in cash and maybe keep it somewhere. If that works for you, maybe that if you open a savings account, you will still, easily dip your hand into it. So just put it wherever you find it more a place where you would not, reach it. You would just make sure you're keeping it there as a saving, and you keep saving that monthly. You keep saving that amount monthly. Money saving tip number two, you carry cash instead of carrying cards to use for your purchases. By that I mean, instead of always carrying a debit card, to whatever you buy, you just swipe the card and you pay. Psychologically, when you do that, you don't really realize how much you're spending, because you don't really realize how much is leaving you, how much money is actually leaving you at that time, because you just, it's easy. You just swipe a card and they just take the money, and you just go to another store, you swipe a card. A lot of times you're not even looking at your receipt to really know how much you spend in all of those places. But if you carry cash with you, say you carried $100 and you go buy something, you paid $80. Oh, it's like you're more conscious that, oh, now I have spent $80, I'm only left with 20. Somehow psychologically, you are more conscious if you're carrying cash. You're more conscious of how much is actually leaving you when you make those purchases, when you spend the money. So you're more likely to spend less when you carry cash versus when you carry a debit card, prepaid card or whatever card. So it's a little trick. If you are going out to, going for shopping, withdraw that money and carry it in cash. Just, plan for it and say, okay, I am going to, this is my shopping day. And you had already, hopefully you already done a budget and you had put that amount that, oh, I need to get this thing. So you budgeted for that amount. Withdraw that money and carry that amount in cash and go spend. That way you just spend just that amount that you allocated for that shopping, instead of carrying a debit card where you'll be tempted to just swipe and swipe and swipe, and before you know, you spend way more than you had planned. Because when you spend less, then you have more, you have more leeway, you have more money left to save. All right, money saving tip number three, guys, this is a hack. You all wait till the end of the month before you make large purchases. You guys, wait till the end of the month. This is a hack, you all. If you wait till the end of the month to make large purchases, like say you want to buy a car, buying a car, big purchases like that, or some big furniture. If you wait till the end of the month, you're more likely to save on huge discount. You're more likely to save on huge discount. The reason being that in a lot of these companies or these stores, say for instance, the car salesperson, they work on commission, okay? And on a monthly basis, they have a target, sales, kind of sales rate to meet, okay? Or sales target to meet. So at the end of the month, they are more likely to just let it slide. They are more likely to let it slide and just give you a little more discount than they would have before, like early on in the month. You wait till the end of the month, you are more likely to benefit from those discounts, those really large discounts. You may meet some things like 70, 80% off, so you save by doing that, because you end up you paying less. So that's a hack, you all. Money, I'm gonna jump to money saving tip number four. Number four is to unsubscribe. Unsubscribe to promotional emails. All those promotional emails coming to your emails, coming to your, I wish they were going to spam all the time, but they do not. It's like the most thing that you want to go to spam, they don't. They come to your inbox. But you can unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe to those promotional emails because they are tempting. That's the reason why you want to do that. And the other thing to do is to clear your browsing history. Clear your browsing history. When you go to shopping sites and you just sometimes you just want to do eye shopping. I know I do that sometimes. You want to clear your browsing history at the end of that. You know why? How many times have you visited a site, a shopping site, and the moment you turn around and you go like on your Facebook account, before you know, there is a promotion on that exact thing that's how it works. There's a promotion on that same thing that you just did at eye shopping and you left. Now they're flashing you with all the promotion because you visited that site. So they're trying to sell that to you, and it can be tempting. Before you know, you can fall prey to it, and you make impulse purchases that you did not plan to do. So you wanna unsubscribe to all those promotional emails. That way, you flee away from every appearance of evil. The scripture says we should flee away from every appearance of evil. So if it's that tempting, you want to flee away from it. You want to do whatever you can to just flee away from that temptation. That's why you want to unsubscribe to those promotional emails. A lot of time when you just click on them, you will see the instruction on how to opt out, to unsubscribe from them. That way you will not be receiving them anymore, and you save yourself a little headache from that temptation. Money saving tip number 5. You need to just tell yourself, this one is like a no-brainer, right? Tell yourself no to impulse buying. Just tell yourself no to impulse buying. Impulse buying I'm talking about, you just go to a store to go pick one thing, and by the time you are at the checkout spot, you're holding 4 different bags of stuff that you didn't even have on your list. Hopefully you even had a list in the first place. So it takes discipline, It takes discipline, guys, to say you just have to like develop that strong skin of saying no to impulse buying. It helps me to have a list when I go to the store to buy something. I have a list in my hand of what exactly I need, so that when I go there, I am only focused on that list. Maybe that's a little bonus tip right there. Always have a list. Always write a list of what you need when you're going for any shopping. Write down what you need, carry a list along, and stick to that list. I can't say it enough. When you spend less, you're saving. When you spend less, you're giving yourself more opportunity to be able to save. So that's why you want to just develop a habit of saying no to yourself, to impulse buying. You're at the store, you've already bought all what you need, then you're standing in a queue at the checkout, and you're not careful. These people, they are expert at the store. They know how to line up the things just around the checkout area, the things that were very enticing, that your eyes, as you're standing there waiting for your turn, the things that will entice you, and you look around, you see all those things. Be disciplined enough to say, no, this is not on, I don't need this. This is not on my list today. I don't really need this thing, so I'm not gonna fall for it. Be able to separate even needs from wants, because that's the other thing. Be able to separate needs, the things that you really need versus the things that are just wants, that are not a need, that you can do without them. I tell you, if you just did that, it will save you a lot of money. Because it will help you to spend less on the things that you're spending money on, and that money you could save it instead. Money saving tip number 6. This is funny. Is for you to ask and you shall receive. Guys, ask and you shall receive. Isn't that what the scripture says? Like, we know that, right? But a lot of time we don't do it. We don't take advantage of it. I'm going to break it down. Ask and you shall receive. Who doesn't want to receive? But you have to ask. Your insurance companies, okay, your cable companies, if you're struggling with how much they're charging you, sometimes it's just a phone call away for you to save quite a bit of money. Pick your phone and give them a call and just talk to them about it. A lot of times they will not let you go. They will not let you switch to a different company, a different carrier. So they are ready to, to cut down the charge for you. You just need to make that phone call. You just need to ask for it. You just need to ask and say, this is really, this is challenging for me to be, to meet up with this bill. I feel like if I shop around, I may be able to find something a little cheaper. I tell you, they will work with you rather than let you go and switch, to a different carrier or service provider. I'm telling you, 99% of the time, they are ready to cut down that rate that they're charging you, and it can end up saving you, say, $10 or $15 a month on that bill. It adds up. It adds up. If it's just $10 they take out of it, that's $120 in 12 months. And that $10 could, that you save from that reduction, you could now be throwing it into a piggy bank and saving it or something like that. But you will not get it if you don't ask for it. Another area that you can ask and receive, that can now give you a leeway to be able to save is use, you if you're struggling with some bills, okay, use government services that are out there. In this country where we live, in the United States, there are so many resources that if you're really struggling with some bills, including your rent, you can receive some rental assistance. You can receive utility bill assistance, food assistance. But a lot of times I'm telling you from experience, because I happen to be working in one of those places, I realized that a lot of us, at least people from my background, they shy away from it. I know it's because culturally we are very resourceful, we work really hard, but if you're really struggling with something, it doesn't hurt to ask. Look up those services and take advantage of them, use them while you're really struggling. Because when you do, if you take advantage of it, it just puts you a step above where you're at. If you're struggling to pay your rent and you have a free service that you could use because maybe somehow you've lost your income, even in the course of this pandemic, that has happened to a lot of people, right? So take advantage when there are those services out there. Why not use them? If they can pay your rent for a month or two while you were struggling, you're not even able to pay, then the small money you had, you could chip out, 100 or so dollars or 50 or whatever out of it, and throw it in your piggy bank and save it. That relieves some stress from you, and because you've taken advantage of that, it puts you a little, a, a, a step above from where you're at. They're now giving you a leeway to be able to, to redirect whatever you have left towards other things, and now creating more opportunity for you to be able to save whatever small or little. It's never too little that you can throw in your piggy bank and save that. Money saving tip number 7. This one is another little hack, y'all. Set a no spending month for yourself. Set a no spending month. If you are someone who likes shopping, hey, hello ladies, even some guys, hello guys. If you are someone who even spend even more on a more regular basis than monthly, then set It may help you to set a no spending days or no spending week or a no spending month for yourself. If you are more likely to spend every month you're spending, just set a month out and say this month of January or February or of March is my no spending month. It's just a no, I am not getting out of my house to any store for any purchase whatsoever. I'm not going to buy nothing whatsoever. I'm talking about those extra spending, like for clothes, shoes, or accessories. If you do that, the money you would have spent for those things, you can now again can throw them in your piggy bank, or you can throw them in your savings account. If you spend on the more, if you're just the type of person who spend even more often, go shopping more often, you may want to send no spending week. Say this week is my no spending week. I am only gonna deal with my basic needs, shelter, food, It's gonna help you be able to save because the money you would have spent on those extra spending, you can now save them. Tip number 8, if you're not doing this one, you need to start doing it like right now. Tip number 8 is to set up a direct deposit into your savings account. I know a lot of us, when you are employed, they give you a form to set up your direct deposit for a payment, for your payroll or your salary. I have actually, those of you who know, I've been doing payroll for a while. So I've seen that a lot. At least I would say 90% of people set up, their direct deposit to go into their checking account. So my advice would be set up your direct deposit. It's possible for you to even split it. I know you always want to keep some money in your checking account, right? Because you don't want to have overdraft. You don't want to pay overdraft fees or even have overdraft occur in your checking account. So you always want to have some money there for your day-to-day needs. So you may want to split your direct deposit, your salary that is coming from your employer. You may want to split some portion to go directly into your savings account and some portion, maybe you say 50-50, however you split it. Some of it should be going directly into your savings account while the rest of it is going to your checking account. Because when you do that, it's you are more likely to just leave it stay there in that savings account. It's a lot harder psychologically for you to think about, when you all have everything sitting in the checking account, for you to think about to have the discipline to always, you know, always transfer some money from that savings, from that checking into your savings. If you just set it up to just go directly into your savings account, say you have 2 jobs, it's even a lot easier if you have 2 jobs. That way you can say, this is my job, this other job, the second job, the income should just be going. They should be paying it directly into your savings account. You're more likely to save your money that way because it goes there and just piles up every time they pay, it goes there. That way, unless you're really out of money in your checking account, then can you go to your savings and transfer some money? So you're more likely to have some money always saved there in that savings account. Versus when you have everything coming to your checking account, then you have to put in that extra effort to transfer it over to the savings. A lot of time you're not gonna do it. All of us we want to save, right? But how well do we actually do it? So whatever tip can help you, that maybe it tricks your mind to be able to do it, do it. It helps you, right? Money saving tip number 9 is that you need, this one is a no-brainer, right? But it's the most important. It's a no-brainer, but it's the most important. The last but not the least money saving tip, guys, is to just spend less than you earn. Spend less, way less than you earn. There is no way you will ever save any money if you're spending more than you earn. If your expenditures or your expenses are way more than your total income, then it's just impossible for you to save anything. It's just impossible. Talk less of you being in debt, because if your total expense is more than your total income, then you're living in a deficit. And that is what happened to a lot of people who end up rolling over critical debt month to month. Is because they are always ending up, say, the end of the month, they are always ending up with a negative balance, meaning their total income is not suffice to take care of all their monthly needs. So they end up with that negative balance. They carry it over to the next month. So if you just keep your expenses, and again, this boils down to you even knowing what the total expenses are. It boils down to budgeting, you all. It boils down to having a spending plan, having things recorded. That you actually know that this is what I am earning. This, whether you have 2, 3 jobs or whatever, you should know what your total monthly income is. That way, you know that I cannot spend beyond this. I cannot spend beyond this amount, because if you do that, you go into the negative, and there's no possibility for saving a dime when you're in the negative. You don't want to just be breaking even either, then you don't have no possibility of saving, too. Like I said from the beginning, I'm telling you, you all, I've said it before, that it's not about how much you make, really. Okay? It's usually not really about how much you make. It's about how well you manage it. It's about how well you manage what you make, you all. That is the secret to financial stability. That's the secret to be financially stable. You can earn $1 million and you spend $1,000,002 or $1,000,000.2. Then you still end up being a beggar like the person who is earning $10,000 annually. So that's what it boils down to. It boils down to spending way less than you earn. It doesn't matter how much your income is. That is why I said these tips, they are even more so even for people who are making, who are in the middle class or low income earners. Whatever habit you practice with your money while you are earning just that much is the same kind of habit you're going to carry forward when you earn more. So you are able to save even with the little that you have. You can practice saving the little portion you can save from that. And as your income grows, then you're able to save even more. You are not going to automatically develop a good saving habit because, oh, now you now make more money. If you're, the type that just spend all what you make, you are always living hand to mouth, like as you earn it, there is always something you will find a way of spending it on. Even if you make more money, that habit is still there. That habit has not gone anywhere. You're now earning more money, but that you have not changed. Only your income has changed. So your habits, if your habits have not changed, no matter how much your income change, you're still the same person and you're still going to get the same results. I'm going to say that again. If your money habit doesn't change, it doesn't matter how much you make. The same habit you have while you're earning less is the same habit you're going to have when you make more. So if you are not a saver while you're earning little, you're not going to automatically become a saver when you make more. So it's a matter of developing that money saving habit, you all. It takes intentionality. You have to be intentional about it. I'm sharing you things that have helped me and I believe can help anybody out there you are. Okay? Those little tips, that's how we were able to save, even to put down a down payment for our house, even for paying off our car loans way early than the average term of a car loan. So these are things that have worked for me and can work for everyone. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you're watching this on Facebook, know that this is going to be uploaded, to our YouTube channel, Be the Light Christian. So you may want to go subscribe to that channel so that you can always go back to watching this and you will be able to check out more of our videos on that channel. Thank you for watching again. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed and stay safe out there, you all. Thank you.